Hello and welcome back to part 10 of my Venice Let's Play. Before I continue today, I want to do something a little different because I've been testing a few things. If you recall, about 5 or so episodes ago, I turned off the background soundtrack from my Civ 5 game because I was getting all sorts of copyright claims notices, which I normally just let it slide because I'm not expecting a lot of people to watch these videos anyways. It's just for people who are interested or friends or whoever. But it got to the point where some of the videos are actually being blocked in certain countries because, some rights holders, of some music file somewhere thought that it belonged to them and they didn't want me to use it. But I know the soundtrack, as I said in this game, is so amazing that I felt that it's a bit of a shame that when you're playing a new Civ or meeting new Civs, there are a whole new baggage of soundtracks that come with each Civ, obviously. And there's peacetime music, wartime music, and just general music as well mixed in there. And there's a lot of history because Civ 5, well, it sort of started in Civ 4, although Civ 4 was kind of a hodgepodge of era-specific music, so there's a lot of classical in there, a lot of drums and like ethnic stuff in the earlier periods. It's a very, I guess, 90s or 80s view of history, so, modernity progression from from people leaving Africa and then the Western model as the pinnacle of civilization. Civ 5 is a bit more open. It treats each Civ a little bit more fairly, so you're not going to get to a position where you're in a medieval era and all the music you hear is only classical Western music. So I guess the point I'm getting at is in this game there's a lot of music that are, I guess you could say, ethnic. So each Civ has their ethnic music, like their historical music is used. I'm a huge fan of Aaron Copland, so when the Americans pop up and you can hear a version of Our Town, it's great. So what I wanted to do though is try to. Well, I've only have one file lined up, and I really want to share this because I really kind of like it. It's the theme for the Huns, which we were fighting for a bit, and we probably want to fight some more if we can get this happiness issue settled out, and we'll talk about that later. But they have a really nice theme music. It's basically called Ling Shi Han, I think is how you pronounce it, and it means generally Li Ling, which I believe is a person's name, thinks of the Huns. Or I could be the Han Empire. Let me double check. But there's not a lot of stuff on the wiki for this because it's a folk song almost. So it's passed down from generation to generation. So there's not a lot of research onto it. But I'm gonna just pull up this wiki I found off a YouTube video of a Chinese musician playing it. And it says that, there's only one surviving commentary of Li Ling Shi Han and makes no mention of the origin of the melody. The poetry references such as those mentioned below suggest that it survives at least since the Yuan dynasty, which is an older kingdom, I suppose, in China. And so it's very rare. The present version that we associate with this song is from the 16th century, so 1525 is the date that's given here. It was published at that time. There's a possibility that this melody originated much earlier, as early as the 2nd century BCE, which is 200 years before the birth of Christ, if you're trying to measure when that is. So okay, so Li Ling actually is a historical character. You can look him up on Wiki. I think he betrayed the emperor in part of his thing. So it's a lot of political stuff as well. So, but that's kind of the background. It's a very ancient music, and I want to play a bit of it. I think I tested this to upload on YouTube, and it, when I uploaded the music, it didn't block the music. So I think I'm okay to play it so that it can still work with the rest of my videos. So I'm going to start playing it now, and I just want you to listen to a bit of it, and it's a really great tune. Okay, so I think that's enough of that. If I can get more tests done, and I can see that the soundtrack I can use is available and won't be blocked by the copyright holders, I'll try to do more of this in the future. But it's a sampling of the kind of music that's in this game, which unfortunately I've had to turn off because it was a bit of too much of a pain to deal with it, all the copyright claims. So let's get back into the game. When we last left off, we had a huge problem. So our ally, the Mayans, converted to autocracy. The Polynesians are losing ground to the Greeks in a war. And the Poles.
Pozdrawiam cię.
Yeah, the Poles took over the Brazilians, which I think is what's causing part of our problem, because they took over their capital city, which has a lot of culture, and they are causing problems because if you look at the Portuguese, the Poles, yeah, look at that. Their culture their tourism output is just off the charts. It's even greater than our cultural output. So we're stuck in a bit of a bind here. Okay. And yeah, I didn't want to spend that money, but I think I should get it back for us. So I think I have to, when we get our next social policy, I have to pick under patronage. Where's our social policy? Pick this. It'll double our resources and increase happiness from luxuries that the city-states give to us by 50%. So that should give us some extra happiness as well. And I think, yeah, I have to get back into Zurich's, at least to be friends with them, so I can get back some of my happiness as well. And then in the meantime, as soon as I finish one more trade vessel, I'm going to go start making some more archaeologists to dig up some of these archaeological sites so that we can get some more culture going. So it's dicey. I didn't expect that the challenge will be from that direction necessarily. So it's a bit of a surprise, but you know, it's part of the game, the challenge of the game. So let's see. So we should be getting our next social policy at the next turn. Artists should be ready in... How many are we getting per turn? 12. Okay. So about 7 turns. Okay, so we have a bit of a breathing room at the moment, but it's by no means enough. We need to figure out how to fix the ideology issue. I mean, it's always a challenge when you're a tech leader, because if you pick an ideology that's not popular with the AI that has a lot of culture, you're in trouble. And in this case, the AI that has a lot of culture picked the right, picked the ones that we wanted, but they got taken over. So that's the other problem. So as part of my plan, I mean, I can plan to take over this city here. We should get our chocolates back.
considerar esta oferta?
Uh, 13 turns to our next social policy.
In nothing do men more nearly approach the...
So the Portuguese are basically getting annihilated. Yeah, I didn't want that to happen, but there's surely no choice with the happiness issue. So I'm beelining for here. This will double our cultural output. And give us a free social policy as well, which we need desperately to get to treaty organization.
Ma lobkin, anak bitej. Ma kabit. Ma.
Yeah, they don't want to be our friends anymore because we don't have the same ideology.
Petech.
Huns and Greece have signed a research agreement.
E mai, e paira pu ka po.
I am not really doing a lot of commentary at the moment. I'm just focusing on what I need to do. Let's see here. Can I rush by some buildings here? That should help. Oh, they're denouncing us. They're denouncing us. It's a bit far away. Another another barbarian. Probably want to attack it. I so wanted that city, Porto, but there's really not a lot I can do. Yeah, looks like Maria just got wiped out. I'm going to take a gamble when the vote comes up. I'm going to vote all in on freedom ideology because that's going to help turn the default setting from hostile to free, from a lot of people wanting to switch to a different ideology to people wanting to stay with the current ideology that I have, and that's going to help me a bit. Because when I go to war with Huns, I'm going to lose all the, there we go, perfect. I'm going to lose all the luxuries they're giving us as war reparations. Okay, I'm going to rest these out. Close. Let's buy a great general or great engineer. And without Petra, I think 18 is about the maximum trade routes we can have. Can we get truffles with them? Let's do that.
مصر السخية تقدم لك هذا العرض.
Okay. I mean, if I stay at 20 happiness, I'll get a golden age in about 10 to 12, 11 to 12 turns, 12 turns maybe. I need about 250 points to get to the next golden age. Oh, I need to place a spy. I just recovered my new spy. Okay, they want to ban spices, but I'm gonna go all in on freedom. Yes. And the spices might get banned, but that's a tactical choice on my part. Let's get the opera house. So let me check my culture. Okay. Great merchant, great musician. I'm gonna switch them to produce another musician for us. Okay, there is a barbarian unit here, so we're gonna send our there probably is a camp there somewhere. Before I forget, let me put this to good use. What do I have? I'm gonna move him to Zurich. And let's see how the election results is. I'm expecting the spices might get banned, but although that may not happen because I'm trading it away to a number of other civs, they may have vested interest to want to keep it. I want to coup the Budapest thing, just because it's cheaper. Freedom fails, spices fail, so it's a wash. I didn't get what I wanted, but my luxury didn't get banned either. Let's maintain previous route here. Apply our free social policy here. Yeah. There. Okay. Let's build a broadcast tower. Yeah, that's gonna. I need to culture. I'm gonna rush build a hydro plant. That's gonna use up most of our money. See if we can get Ramsey some more
طاب
spices.
يومك. كل أذان صاغية. كلا بكل تأكيد.
Okay, I've had terrible luck with coups this time, but I'm gonna try to coup here. Okay, that's good. Wherever, I'm not having much luck with with that city-state there. I might want to move it to another city-state because the AI is just pumping in too much. So I'm gonna move him to Antwerp, where we have a chance. So where is he? Where's our guy? Move to Antwerp. And the only quest I want is for us to spread our religion, which is way too far away to be realistic. Very well. Still a lot of unhappiness. Oh, they're about to denounce us because they want us to denounce Polynesia, and I'm not willing to do that. That sucks. But I'm gonna stick with my friends. Oh wow. It's actually an infantry unit guarding that camp. No reason I'm not going to give up my relationship with Budapest. Which one? Wasn't the freedom one? I'm pretty sure. Let's check our logs. Freedom was not passed. Nay from Greece. Nay from Egypt. I voted. So yeah. So that's 18, 24 votes for, 25, 29, 32, 34 against. The AI just controlled too many cities. We had no chance there. So, I need to modernize my fleet, but this guy should be going over here to improve the lands over there. Okay, Larissa. Buy that. Purchase. Oh, perfect. I should be getting a new policy the next turn, and I'm going to buy a sub. Oh wow, the Huns have moved down to Tikal. Polynesia, I have to renew that. So the dies are up here. If I concentrate on attacking, moving here, oh. I see their great generals are positioned here. I think they're about to steal some land from us. This should be a big boost for us. We're going for treaty organization, so we gain 4 influence each turn for a city-state that has a trade route with us. And I have 3 more trade routes I can build on, so as soon as that tower is built, I'm going to switch to build some ships. I know I can buy it with gold, but I need to save that for my eventual rush buying of units here. Okay. So where do I want to move against first? I think this is a bit of a wedge in our positioning, so I need to take that out first. And then I'll send this over here because I want this settled away. Although I'm not going to get a lot of there's no new luxury here. Oh, I gotta watch out for my happiness as well. Oh, they got nukes now, the Greeks. Yep, I knew that they were about to do that when they parked their thing there. So, what can I afford? I'm gonna lose cocoa, citrus.
E mai, e pai da
Yes.
pu ka po e o ka.
So, what are they trading us? Diplomacy overview. Till your deal history. Well, salt we already have. Citrus we don't, so we're getting 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's 20 happiness right there. So we'll go from plus 11 to minus 9. As much as I want to go to war, I have to suck it up. see if we get an opening in a bit as we try to get our culture up. Oh, we fell behind the Egyptians on tech. That's not good. But we are researching the higher cost techs. So this one costs about twice. Will cost us about twice what it cost them to research a cheaper tech. So that's one reason. But we want the satellites. I want to get the Hubble Space Telescope as well. Great engineer. Let's buy that. Seeks investors. Alright, I need to 340 influence. That's way too much. Not going to. Okay, airport, 50%. Yeah, this will give us a lot of tourism, so I did want to build something. Oh, I'll build a cargo ship. Add it, and we're going to rush build that airport. Oh, we can't. Okay. Cargo ship is good because it gives us trade routes to the city-states we want to control or take over, or have a better relationship with our treaty organization. The Huns are running a bit amok here. Alright. Buy another cargo ship. And I'm going to build an airport instead rather than buying it.
Jak ci się podoba moja oferta?
We're going to refuse. Okay. Establish one with Budapest. Where does Bogota go? A lot of influence there. Malacca. Melbourne. Send it to Melbourne.
Pozdrawiam cię. Zamieniam się w
I'm surprised they haven't denounced us yet, so I'm going to try to see if we can trade with them. Okay, good. I got some extra luxuries. Manila. Jeez.
Em ơi, depois da pu.
Let's see here. Is there anything we can trade? Nothing.
Ke ho olohene ia.
I need to declare war on the Huns sooner or later, but I just need to see if I can get my happiness sorted out before I do anything.
Now somehow, in some new...
Okay. Have a new spy. Sydney. Yeah, why not? Let's see here. Where should I move this? Zurich would be ideal. Go for combustion. It just lost our capital again. Close am I to my next? Okay, I'm pretty close to my next great engineer, which is good. Okay.
The greatest happiness in life is the conviction that we are loved.
2020, so I'm going to vote for myself. Okay.
Maalopkin, anagtitej.
Just give that to them as a gift. So I think I'm going to end the video here. The next turn we should complete our Hubble Space Telescope, which will give us a couple of free scientists to speed up our tech research, and what else do I want to do? Yeah, I think I'm going to start a war with the Huns. Is there anything I can do here? Okay, so we'll continue at that time. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.